Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you one of the most potent techniques you can be using for your business right now to generate high value leads from LinkedIn. And this is a process, this is a strategy I have been using, honing and refining over the last 18 months. And I tell you what, it's been an absolute game changer for my business. It involves YouTube and it involves LinkedIn. And when you combine those two together, it actually helps you generate very high value leads. So at the moment on LinkedIn, we have this thing where it's turned into a bit of an influencer economy. Everyone wants attention on there. I myself don't really have a massive audience. I have an audience of the right people, but I don't have like a broad audience. And the problem is, if you look at marketing, if you look at psychology, is sometimes on LinkedIn, you can make a great post and you can say all the right things. But the problem is because the market share and the eyeballs are on somebody else, even if they're not giving the right information, they get all the attention, right? So it's become very hard to compete on content on LinkedIn. I'm not saying you don't do content because you still need to show up there as well, but what I have done is I've moved over a lot of my content to YouTube. What this has allowed me to do is create an authority over here on YouTube where there's not as many eyeballs, and also get people who are in the problem solving stage of market awareness. So these guys are perhaps looking for a potential problem, browsing the shop, in other words, to basically see if there's a solution out there which might meet their needs. And so what's happening is I've created content around my LinkedIn client acquisition, kind of like I'm doing now, right? And I've put it on YouTube, and then people are seeing this, and it helps me stand out because basically I have less competition over here, right? I'm not having to compete with all the loud voices on LinkedIn, the people who want attention. And it's got even more competitive over on LinkedIn as well, because even employees are starting to realize like the power of personal branding. So you've now got people who would never have made content before who are now all making content over on LinkedIn. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what this looks like for me in terms of, what the strategy actually looks like. So typically I would be in a situation where I would create LinkedIn content. We'll just put this in a square here. People would view this content, and if they liked it a lot, they would then check my profile out on LinkedIn. They would then basically reach out to me. Okay. Now this still does happen, but it's much harder to do now. And the reason why is the views on my content over here went down because LinkedIn's trying to prioritize paid adverts now. So they've actually turned down the dial of getting views on content. They've done it to everyone, right? But the double whammy is that now there's loads more competition. So people's eyeballs, these are eyeballs right here, they are now looking elsewhere because LinkedIn isn't showing them your post. But also there's people who out there who have giant established reaches now, and they could put up, maybe not the highest quality post ever, and they will still get like dramatically more engagement than you. So you don't hate the player, you hate the game, right? That's kind of like a rule of life. So what do? You have to play the game. And what I do instead now, if we can just go up here and select this, is I still create LinkedIn content, but I know it's not going to bring as many eyeballs as it once used to. So what I do now is I've moved over to YouTube. I create the content there, and I link in my LinkedIn profile underneath, right? So now people come over to my LinkedIn profile. They have a read there, or like about what I do. They see like my reviews and things of me. And now they, next time they go on YouTube, they might binge watch some other of my videos, right? They might just keep doing that. And then eventually they decide, you know what? I think Rob's the guy to work with, right? So they reach out. So this is another benefit of YouTube over LinkedIn, is that essentially once you've made a post on LinkedIn, it's gone within a week, right? It doesn't exist anymore. However, if you make a post on YouTube, it recirculates. You could have made it 5 years ago. I've made, a post a year ago on how to get leads from Sales Navigator. It's like a Sales Navigator premium LinkedIn video, and it's still basically pulling in views every day. And I made it a year ago, right? And you don't have that power with, platforms like LinkedIn. So this is basically the new strategy going forward. I want to share it with you guys. I've took some time to hone it. I've gave a broad overview here of exactly, what it looks like from, 30,000 feet. There's a lot of nuance to it, but this is enough to kind of get you started. I would be recommending to you as a business owner right now that you should be creating content on YouTube. And the reason why you create content on YouTube now is you create it when you don't need it. And then when you need it, you've already got it, right? And you've already got the eyeballs. So hope you enjoyed this video. Just a quick one from me today. Take care. See you in the next one.